Prime Minister Stephenson King began the day's proceedings with the pronouncement that the Ramsahoy report has been presented to the Governor-General and is now being reviewed by Cabinet, but will not be made public just yet. It was a statement that angered opposition leader Dr. Kenny Anthony, who says House conventions require any minister who makes statements and submissions to the House to immediately release those statements and documents. But the Prime Minister would only say the report will be tabled in due course, as the Cabinet of Ministers seeks legal advice on the next step.
The report, which will be laid in this Honourable House in due course, is currently being studied by the Cabinet of Ministers with the relevant legal advice, with a view to determining an appropriate course of action to address any incidents of wrongdoing identified by the Commission.
Dr. Anthony calls the announcement and lack of accompanying documentation unprecedented. The opposition leader is demanding the report's release.
The Convention of the House requires that when any minister makes a statement on a subject, they must immediately release not only the statement they have made, but the document attached to the statement. And I ask that you rule, because the Prime Minister must issue the Commission of Inquiry report immediately today.
But Prime Minister Stephenson King would not budge. The Prime Minister insists the report will be made available when he deems appropriate.
Madam Speaker, there's nothing to respond. I've made a statement. I have given notice. There's nothing to respond. We will present the report to the Honourable House in the appropriate time.
The Commission was appointed in January 2009. The Commission worked with 10 points of reference, including road development projects and the National Conservation Authority, as well as the payment of over $17 million to the Royal Merchant Bank of Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Anthony says due to the nature of allegations made, the Commission's findings must be released immediately.
There were allegations impugning the integrity of members on this side. They were supposed to find corruption. He took the liberty of issuing a statement. The conventions and practices of this House must be observed. And we are tired of these breaches. So we want the report today.
The Prime Minister says government will take the report to the public for scrutiny and ensure all St. Lucians get a full appreciation of the matters under investigation and the Commission's finding. However, no date was given for when that will happen. The Prime Minister would only say it will be tabled in Parliament in due course. Alison Kentish, HDS News, Channel 4.